Right, this is a welcome from Twtwtw. This is Hereward the Woke, continuing the fight to the crooked Norman far-right libertarians in the UK and beyond. So, which Normans were in the news this week? Regular Jeremy Clarkson was left with painful smashed testicles after a cow tried killing him. Ooh, ouch, ouch. I don't know about you, but I feel sorry for the bloody cow. I was on my knees with crossed eyes, he said. Yes, Jeremy crossed his eyes while the cow dotted his T's. You must have noticed, whatever poor old Jeremy Clarkson does, it seems to go pear-shaped, but in this case, more dried apricot-shaped. It's because he's a bloody libertarian. I hope your balls get better, Jeremy. Try drinking more milk. Diddly squat cows have the support and gratitude of all the wokes. We heard this week that scientists want Pluto to be reinstated as a full planet. I thought he was a dog. Oh, scientists don't live in the real world, do they? Millions of people are without food, and the planet is dying. And these silly buggers are squabbling over whether Pluto is a big or a small planet. Stop paying these people's wages before it's too fucking late. If they don't stop, stick a telescope up their arses. This week, astronomers also discovered the largest structure in the Milky Way, a hydrogen filament named Maggie that spans some 16 trillion miles across our universe. Our question as to whether we need astronomers. We found everything in the universe that we could possibly ever get to. What we need is an hydrogen filament here to replace the gas. But instead of doing that, all they in the National Front Press do is keep showing us stuff to distract us from the destruction of our planet and the theft of all our wealth by their fellow libertarians. Carrying on with the theme of science, China's artificial sun nuclear fusion reactor set a new world record this week after running at 126 million Fahrenheit for more than 17 minutes. That's 17 minutes, or the average length of time a pensioner can afford to run their bloody central heating for in Brexit Britain. In the days of British gas in the 1970s, there was one supply of gas in the UK. Now there seems to be hundreds, and you have to toss a coin to find which one will go bust next. Another bunch of far-right libertarians are the Taliban. Their officials dumped 3,000 litres of alcohol into a canal in a booze-related crackdown. They probably drank the rest though, didn't they? 3,000 litres of alcohol. The average Wetherspoons does 5,000 a day, and as an example, Boris and his chums have dumped the same amount of alcohol down their throat canals during lockdown over the last year. However, if you're an alcoholic in Afghanistan, it's going to be a canal holiday this year for sure, isn't it? The Telegraph went on a fantasy share fiddling this week. Aldi buying M&S, they said. Greggs and Wetherspoons joining forces. 5 deals that would light up 2022. Are you implying that Greggs and Wetherspoons are both popular with yobs who have no taste? The only reason they would light up 2022 was if a gang set light to a Wetherspoons before moving on to a Greggs. However, I have heard that some Wetherspoons customers set light to their farts after eating half a dozen vegan sausage rolls. We also learned that apparently COVID is making Americans stupid. Can't be the only thing, can it? A recent study showed worryingly that the virus leads to people making bad choices and performing poorly on simple cognitive tests, which explains the behaviour of Donald Trump and Boris Johnson, doesn't it? The burning question, however, is what was making Donald Trump and Boris Johnson so stupid in the first place? Someone called Jim Shelley wrote this week that Doctor Who versus the Daleks felt more like a woke netball teacher taking on a gang of psychotic dustbins. Or a bit like Carrie Johnson trying to curb an unruly Boris and his Tory chums. Talking about psychotic dustbins, the sitcom Mrs. Brown's Boys was dubbed worse than Omicron as viewers slammed their unfunny New Year's special this week. Mrs. Brown's Boys, or the Irish variant as it's known. I think Omicron is a laugh, which is more than Mrs. Brown's Boys is. I would like to know if you can get a bastard to get rid of Booster, or is it the other way around? I am woke, so I am actually disturbed how Grandad gets treated by Mrs. Brown. She keeps hitting the poor man and trying to kill him, which isn't funny, is it? So if Mrs. Brown's Boys gets killed, Mrs. Brown can always get a job in a bloody care home. The first Brit to test positive for bird flu in the UK is from good old Devon, and he kept ducks in his home, and his name is Alan Gosling. He couldn't have been called Smith or Jones, could he? Instead, he's named after a flaming bird. I suppose it could have been worse. He could have been called Mr. Bird Flu, couldn't he? We were cheered to hear this week that pagan police have joined the fight against far-right extremists. That's right, we've got pagan police in this country. Thank God for that. You know, the police who sacrifice social liberal people to the gods if a case isn't going well, or take selfies of dead people and rape and kill women. They also worship statues of Nigel Farage, Vladimir Putin and the National Front leadership. King of the Libertarians, Piers Morgan promised to be the same honest arsehole in the new year. No new year, new me, he said. Where would we wokes be without Piers Morgan? We lost Donald Trump in 2020, but didn't notice it because we still had Piers Morgan. Constantly picking on young girls and mocking them for doing practically anything, which is why I suppose he had his photo taken with Ghislaine Maxwell, and now gets angry if you share it on social media. Another star libertarian is Rishi Sunak, who took a tumble on an ice rink this week and fell onto his poor daughter as they enjoyed their day out. Well, he enjoyed it anyway. It looks like Rishi Sunak handles ice skating like he handles the economy, slipping and sliding about in a random way, waving his arms about before falling flat on his face while crushing old people and children. Well, we needed a soft landing after COVID and Brexit, and it looks like Rishi's daughter is going to have to provide it. One of the libertarian reality TV army is a Teddy Sears. He said he believed eating food from the floor is a Devon thing. He's been eating in Wetherspoons, hasn't he? This has been Hereward the Woke fighting the culture war against the lying Norman Tory National Front con men. But it's not 1066, Boris. You have to obey some of the laws these days.